Oh, it's me. Oh no. I'm dugen-dugen nemu kincang eh. Oh, Kak Mahar, is it okay? You are the fourth one, Kak, or you are gonna be the second? Because you said that you need to leave.
Also for me,
So,
if I'm second,
yeah, that's actually okay. Let me ask Kak Dinda first. Kak Dinda, is it okay if Kak Mahar be the second one after Kak Adeline? Because she need to leave.
yeah,
Okay, then you're gonna be the third, yeah, after Kak Mahar then.
alright.
Okay, then it means Kak Johanna will be the last, or you want to be the fourth one, Kak Johanna. Then I'll be the last then. Kak Johanna. Yes, can. What do you mean? Do you want to be the fourth one or the last one, Kak? That one, that's okay. Oh, I mean the fourth, yeah, after Kak Dinda. Then the first one will be Kak Adeline, and then Kak Mahar, then Kak Dinda. Kak Johanna will be the fourth one, and then me, the last. Okay, let's start, yeah. Okay, without further ado, let's start from Kak Adeline. Wait,
Uh,
wait, Kak. Here it is. Yups. Oh, it's. Let me zoom in. Alright, like this, yeah, guys. Can you see it? Is it clear on your screen, guys? Can you read it, Kak Adeline?
yes, I
Oh,
can.
okay, then the time is yours.
Okay, wait a second. Are my voice clear?
Yes, clear, very clear.
Okay. Okay, maybe I will start. Good evening, guys. So, today I'm going to present about the movie called Inside Out 2. And for today, I will split it as well into class W and 1H. We will start with what's Inside Out 2 movie. Inside Out 2 is animated movie that produced by Pixar Animation, which is part of Disney as a sequel to their Inside Out movie on 2015. This movie is about the emotion explored inside a girl's mind. Compared to the first movie version on this film, the girl was hit the teenager phase. Also, new emotions are introduced, which is make this film more complicated and complex. Also, relatable with the problems that usually we face nowadays. And then next to who on this movie, the main character is sorry on the bottom.
Oh, on the bottom. Sorry, Kak. Yeah.
Yeah. Next, to the Who. On this movie, the main character is Riley Anderson, a 13 years old teenager with her 5 emotion profile and 4 new emotion characters during her development process. There are joy, sadness, angry, disgust, fear, and 4 additional were anxiety, embarrassment, in envy, and ennui. And then next to the when was I watched this movie? I was watched about on June 2024. And regarding the plot and settings from this movie, it's around the girl in her 13 years old when she is on senior high school. Okay, and then next to the where I was watching it when it played on cinema. The main plot was happens in Riley's mind. and with a real world games at San Francisco when main character, aka Riley, was on hockey camp and training for the tournament together with her team and friends. And next, why I choose this movie? Because Inside Out 2 has a great graphic picture, a cute emotion profile representation, also with lots of moral story. The development of Riley's character, which is become more complex. This movie teaches us that all emotions, even uncomfortable ones, like anxiety and sadness, are essential and important to understanding our feelings and self-acceptance as well. And the last, how about this movie? The story begins when Riley enters teenager years, and new emotions suddenly appear in her mind. Anxiety starts to take control because she wants to protect Riley's future. This makes Riley battles up the problems and the real her emotion and uh, deci- lead her to the impulsive decision making and make in her mind or headquarters make the emotion character need to works together to keep balancing her mind. Overall, it's about Riley's journey from suppression feelings to emotional acceptance, validating her own feelings, and how she handle another emotion like envy and anxiety sometimes could lead into an impulsive decision making. I think that's conclude all of my presentation. Thank you for your attention, guys.
Yay, thank you so much Kak Adeline. Okay, then Kak Mahar want to ask first ya.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I want to ask Kak Adeline for the favorite characters. For me, I like the discuss one because I love how she act like Slay one, and then I love also the her eyelashes. And how about you, Kak Adeline? I think my favorite one is Anxiety because I think Anxiety was very relatable for me, which is anxiety is usually we feel nowadays actually, and it really handled the big parts of our life, including worry about the future and then worry about making mistake and our flaws as well. So for me, it's really relatable with me. So I like the anxiety one.
Okay, anyone want to ask after Kak Mahar? Is it clear for you, Kak Mahar, the answer from Kak Adeline?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then let's
Yes.
continue to Kak Dinda then. You should come up with the new question, yeah. The question that already been asked cannot be asked again, yeah, please. Okay, Kak Dinda,
Okay.
please.
I want to ask, so do you prefer the season one or season two, Kak Adeline, and why? Actually, your editing is so cool. Okay. Okay. For me, I like Inside Out 2 better than previous version because it's more relatable for me, especially during my teenager and adult space as well, which the background time and plot is about problems and emotion that we feel during this stage. It's more complex. The way many new emotions are introduced, like anxiety and then envy, low embarrassment, and new that feels more relatable with us. Accordingly to Riley's problem that around the future, friendship, self-acceptance, it's more differ for me as an adult. And then compared to the Inside Out one that only explain about a basic emotion that human have like joy, sadness, anger, and then fear and disgust. So I like the Inside Out 2 better than the previous one.
Okay, great. Then Kak Johanna will ask first or me first?
Um, Maybe Kak Adila can go first.
Okay, then you need to search it ya Kak. Okay, so for my question is because I've never heard what I mean is not never heard. I mean I've never watched this movie, so I don't know what to ask actually, but I want to ask about how's your rating about this movie, and out of 10 how much you gonna rate this movie, Kak Adeline? Would you recommend it to me, who as someone who never watched a fantasy movie kind of like this?
I think I would rate it 9.5
Oh
because
wow.
the movie was very great for me, and actually I cried when I watched it on cinema because it's very relatable for me, and the problems that Riley faced at that time is very relatable with us as a teenager or as an adult, that we sometimes overthink about our future, and then about the friendship. That actually in Inside Out 2 is more concerning about the feeling anxiety, and it's very relatable for us, and I think it's I will recommend it to others.
Okay, great. It makes me curious your review, Kak Adeline. I will surely watch after this. Thank you so much,
Sure.
though. It will be my first time watching such a movie like this because I'm the fans of rom-com, Kak.
I see. So
Yeah.
you watch like La La Land?
Yeah, La La Land. I like it. Thank you so much for the recommendation, though. Then the last one, Kak Johanna. Do you already know what's going to be asked to Kak Adeline, Kak?
The rabbit is going to ask me. I think I want to ask about, do you prefer this film, this Inside Out, will continue to the Inside Out 3, or do you prefer this end this film? I think it can to be a three parts at part three, because I think there is so many emotion that maybe could be added to this film, that maybe relatable for us as a teenager, rather than the kids who watch it. I think it's more relatable for us as a teenager. I think there is an emotion that could be added to the part three. I think like insecurity, because it's very relatable nowadays. It feels like we are facing many person that feel the same way. That make we think that like am I good enough, or fear of missing out, and then overthinking about everything. And I sometimes meet someone that have a low self-esteem, and I think Disney can create a film about the new character emotion, and it will be great, I think.
Oh, great! Actually, I already guessed it that Kak Johanna gonna ask about it. I'm sorry, Kak Johanna, but your question is predictable. Okay, so after every each of you is done with the presentation, we're gonna take the picture, yeah, guys. Okay, so please open your cam, guys. No, please, no. I want to see your face. later we continue. You can continue to use filter, but we need to take a picture first. No, please. Okay, let's open the camera, Kak Dinda.
Alright.
Oh wow, Kak Dinda using a hoodie. Is it cold there, Kak Dinda? Kak Johanna, please. We are going to take a picture. Kak Johan. Oh yeah, here you are. Really miss your face. Okay, let's pause first, yeah, guys. We will take one photo only, yeah. Then after Kak Mahar, we're gonna take the second one. Okay, got it, guys. Okay, let's give your best pose. Hey, Kak Idul. Okay.
Sorry, it's lagging.
No, that's okay. Okay. Let's pause, yeah, guys. One. Are you ready? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, done. Okay, let's continue to Kak Mahar. Hey, we're gonna just take one picture only, and then we're gonna take it again after Kak Mahar done with her presentation. Okay, thank you, Kak Johanna. The filters are so ridiculous, yet so funny. Okay, Kak Mahar, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Kak. Good evening, guys. So, today I will talk about my habit before I sleep. Before that, I will introduce myself. So, my full name is Maharani Putri Pratiwi, and you can call me Mahar. And I would like to talk about one of my habits, which is using social media before sleeping. Actually, this habit happens naturally, not because I planned or I want it, because I'm used to scrolling my phone at night before, and I don't know. Right now it's become habit. For Wu, I'm the one person that does the habit, and then I use my smartphone also a lot, especially at night before I sleep, because I'm looking for something distract my focus from my busy activities. And for what this activity, I usually use application like TikTok and YouTube for watching the video. I usually scrolling the videos continuously until I feel tired and sleepy. Sometimes I even fall asleep while holding my phone, and I do not turn it off. And then, in my opinion, scrolling media at night it make me sleeping faster. I don't know why, but it really have effect on me. And then the reason why I do that habit, because it helped me relaxing after my daily activity, and also feel that watching the short video make my mind calmer. Personally, I prefer YouTube than TikTok, and then uh, I also feel that my sleep becomes deeper when I do that habit, because before this habit comes, I I always have dreams like I become this, I become that, but now I rarely have dreams. It's like blank or the black dreams, like I don't dream of anything, and I think that for me, like I feel more rested like that. And when I usually do this at night after I do my activities around 9 or 10 p.m. Sometimes uh, I only plan my phone for a few minutes, but in reality, it often takes longer than I planned. Like I plan, I will play the phone like at 11:45 p.m. and then when it comes, I will say like, okay, I will play it for 5 minutes again until it reach 50, and then it repeat many times until hours fly away. And then where I do this activity in my bedroom or whatever I can laying down and I can more relax. It's my favorite for my favorite place. I prefer to my bed. And how I do this? Yeah, by lying on the bed and then opening the application on my smartphone, and then I scroll continuously until I fall asleep and or I feel sleepy. This habit, I know it has also negative impact for me, but I don't know. Yeah, I try to not playing my phone before I sleep, but because it becomes habit now, it's kind of hard, guys. Yeah, that's all for my presentation.
Oh, so great. Okay, Kak Adeline already raise hands. Sure, Kak Adeline, you can ask first. Kak Johanna, please be prepared. If not, your question will be still again.
Okay, I want to ask, you said that you watched a short YouTube video make you sleepy, and I'm curious about what you actually watch, because for me, if I'm scrolling too much, I can sleep. Maybe you can recommend the YouTube channel you use so I can try it, maybe.
Yeah, me too
I don't know,
actually. I want to ask that too. Sorry.
it's like random video. It's like bapak-bapak video actually. So I I prefer YouTube Short because the video is not really faster. I mean the algorithm is not really fast like TikTok. TikTok as in my FYP is like make me thinking too much, Kak. So I prefer YouTube Short for relax, like for night I want to sleep. Then TikTok because algorithm for TikTok is really fast. So I cannot recommend you, Sika.
Oh, what kind of question is that, Kak Adeline? Do you satisfied with her answer, Kak?
So you watch random video, Kak. Why? Why is it make you sleepy though? Because I'm not thinking that hard, Sika. It's like just relax, like satisfying video, like not like TikTok has uh, the news, suddenly funny videos, suddenly sad videos. It's like the algorithm is really fast, so I prefer YouTube because YouTube is I think more constant for me, yeah, for me.
Kak, you got a request from Kak Dinda. Please show us your bepek jokes.
Oh no! Like it's so funny. Kind of hard. Give us an example.
Yeah, please.
Actually, for the video I watched on my YouTube short, it's not like jokesy, but it's like video machine, and it's like the crafting one. And then for the bapak-bapak video, it's like, guys, like the background is uh, the sky, and then the main video is the funny video. You know that the content. Yeah, that I believe. Like the kid how to crafting something like that.
Yeah, I've watched it before, but I stopped now because it doesn't make sense the video though. Why you like those kind of that video, Kak Mahar? Okay, let's continue to the second question. Who gonna ask? Kak Johanna maybe. Yeah, she already. I'm sorry, Kak Johanna. Doesn't mean to laughing at you, but you're really funny.
No problem to come to the one.
Okay, time is yours, Kak Johanna. What's the question?
Kamaha, do you have experience sleeping while you scrolling? I mean, like ketiduran. Yes. Absolutely. Because sometimes I also not turn off my phone while I'm continuously scrolling my phone. Then I fall asleep without I'm knowing. And then when the morning comes, I just realize I fall asleep. But like I'm not sleep, but I'm sleep. You know the feeling like but when you wake up and you feel like you holding something, and then when you wake up you not holding anything, like that. And then your handphone is not beside me. It's like nowhere, Kak. Sometimes it's on the floor.
Oh my God. Is there any time that your phone is drop on the floor? Like, doesn't your phone cracking, Kak? The screen, I mean, if it's dropped to the floor?
Gladly, no, ya, Kak.
OMG. Good for you then. Okay, Kak Johanna is done. Then Kak Dinda gonna ask first or me first?
It's not like bapak-bapak jokes before.
Sorry, Kak Dinda. Me first.
I want to ask.
Oh, you first. Okay, then.
If you want to choose this habit, what activities that you want to try before you're sleeping, Kak? I don't want to do anything. It's like just sleeping, not holding anything. It's like I really want to relax my body without any help. Like the instinct for I'm tired, and then I want to sleep. Just so simple like that. But I don't know. I cannot. But if I want something other this habit, I want to read, sih, Kak. So before I sleep, I knew I have something to read, and then I get new information or knowledge.
Okay.
Real, Kak.
Okay.
Yeah, so many words in there. For me, I cannot sleep when I read the journal.
Okay, then me the last. Actually, my question is already stolen by Kak Adeline. I is the same as her. I cannot sleep if I just playing phone, like scrolling on social media. So what I'm gonna ask is, have you ever sleep in someone else's house? I mean, like you stay the night on friend's house or someone else, and then do you can you sleep well in that her or his house? I mean, as long as you bring your phone, can you sleep well, Kak Mahar? Because I cannot sleep well if I stay the night in someone else's house. Is it work for you if you bring your phone? What question is
I
it?
can Kak, because my habit is sleepy. So, like I said before, when we gym it, so I can sleep when I feel sleepy. So it's not a matter sih actually Kak. When I want to sleep, I sleep sih Kak. And then for my phone, yeah, even at my friend's house, I also play my phone first before I sleep. But it's not like in at my own house because when I at my friend's house, I have the change to turn off my smartphone first before I sleep, not like at my own house. Sika.
Oh, really good for you. I envy. I cannot sleep that well, even in my own house. Okay, thank you so much, Kak Mahar. I don't know why, but I tend to get insomnia. It's night if I'm not too tired. Okay, thank you so much for the presentation, Kak Mahar. Let's take a picture together once again, guys. If you need to leave after this, Kak Mahar, that's okay, yeah. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Okay, Kak Adel.
But I will listen first this next one.
Sure, you can. Okay, let's pause once again. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, done. Okay, let's continue to the third one, which is Kak Dinda. The time is yours, Kak Dinda. Yay!
Okay, thank you, Kadira. So, hello guys, good evening and good night. Today I'm gonna talk about movies, same as Kak Adeline, because besides reading a book, I love watch movie too. But I'm not gonna talk about Harry Potter because I think all of you is already know about Harry Potter. So today I'm gonna talk about another series that I love it. So the first question is, what is it? So it is a Canadian television series, and the title is End with an E. So it is adaptation from the novel basically, and the novel was written over than 100 years. It is also has 4 seasons actually, but the last season is cancelled by Netflix, and many fans of the series really disappointed and angry, and I'm part of it. And it is about a girl called Anne who get adopted by two siblings in Avonlea. And then why I love this movie or series because it has like amazing visual guys. Really, it's really amazing. It is about a village or the countryside vibe. And then also the another reason is because it has like a light and then slice of life storyline, but it has also deep meaningful message. And then who is the main character? The main character is Anne Shirley Cuthbert. So you can see the picture in the slide. And then where? So you can watch this movie is on the Netflix. And then the next is where? So I first time watched this movie during the pandemic. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's on my first or second semester on my college. So during the pandemic, the series is my friends. And then also how my feelings when I watch this series. When I watch this series, I feel so warm calming and cozy because the atmosphere and then the storyline is not really complicated and don't have like a big problem. So it is suitable for you if you want to watch the comfort movie sih, I think. So I think that's all for my presentation and thank you.
Thank you, Kak Dinda. Kak Mahar, Kak Dinda has just finished the presentation, but you're already raising hands. Okay, Kak Mahar first.
Okay, thank you. I like I have before, like Kak Adinda said that this movie has deep message, ya Kak. Yeah, true. Yeah, I really want to hear that. It's like interesting because how this look like the images is really good. The visual is really good, Kak. Thank you. So it has deep meaning, the message because and it's like has red hair and many wrinkles in her face. So she feels insecure at first, but after that, she feels really confident and she thinks like it's okay to be different and you are the main character in your own story, so you don't need to worry about other people's judgment.
Okay, do you satisfied with the answer, Kak Mahar?
Oh my god, yes. Kak, please, can you drop the detail of this movie? I really want to watch, Kak.
Oh, she really curious.
Yeah, the meaning is really deep. You can watch it in Netflix, Kak Maha. It's available on Netflix.
Okay.
Thank you, Kak. Yeah.
Okay, great question, Kak Mahar. Then who gonna be the second one to ask? Kak Yohana. Predictable. Okay, sure. Your chance to ask Kak Yohana.
Maybe I want to ask about what the things that you favorite from this series. I mean, maybe one thing, that you most like when from this series. I think the one thing that I love from the series is the part Sika. It's really, really amazing. Like really calm, really comfortable, and yeah, so comfort. Like as can you see in the slides, this one like the part of the series.
Okay, great. Great question and great answer as well. Kak Adeline, do you want to ask first or me first?
Maybe I want to ask first.
Okay, then.
Maybe for the first question, as long as I know, and with an E have available in a book version. Did you read it in a book too, Karin? Yeah, I read the season one, Kak. Book. I read the season one. And what you think about the book? And I want to ask, do you like the series one or the book version? Because you said that you love to read a book, so I want to know your perspective. For this one, I prefer to choose the series because I can see the pretty view in the movie, but when I read the books, I only can like imagine the place and then the character. But when I see the series, I can see the real one.
Okay, great. Thank you for the question, Kak Adeline. Okay, so because once again Kak Adeline already asked my question, so here I am confused to ask what is it. So maybe because once again, I've never watched this movie yet, but surely I will check it out after this. So maybe I want to ask, what genre is this movie? And then is it a categorically historical fiction? Because don't get me wrong, please. As I said before, that I'm a big fan of rom-com, so I get like movie like historical fiction is a bit boring for me. Do you recommend me to watch this, Kak Dinda?
Actually, if you want to see the rom-com, I think there's no like a rom-com in here because the romance like really thin, slightly, not really thick. But if you want to see like something that make you relax or comfort, you can see this movie, Zika.
Is it historical fiction, Kak?
I think no, but it is kind of slice of life. I think drama.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like slice of life then, yeah. Okay, great. I definitely will check it out. So I will not be FOMO again later. Okay, thank you so much for the presentation, Kak Dinda. Let's give a big applause for her. Then let's move to the the one who use filter tonight. The time is yours, Kak Johanna. Yay! Sorry, we need to take a picture first. Yeah, okay. Kak Johanna, why you suddenly become? Sorry, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me, ya, Kak Johanna. Please remind me again later if I forget again, guys. Okay, let's take a picture first. Kak Maher and Kak Adeline, you need to open your can if it's possible for you. Wait, Kak Maher isn't ready yet, guys. Why you already pause? Why so rush? Okay. Okay, here we are. Let's pause. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Hey, wait, guys, not ready yet. One, I'm sorry. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, done. Thank you so much, Kak Dinda, for the presentation once again. Then, Kak Johanna, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Fabiola. Okay, so for tonight's presentation, this focus So for the tonight presentation is talking about my dream plan for the study in master degree and build a future in New Zealand. Okay, so from the what, I would like to traveling to New Zealand while I took my master degree using a government scholarship, but this is not LPDP. I mean, this is like government scholarship from the country itself, not from Indonesia. And then for the why or for the main reason, I think because this country have a high quality education system and also for a safe and peaceful country. And then I think besides take a master degree in this country, I think I hope that this opportunity can lead me to moving the citizenship from Indonesia to this country, hopefully. And then the time or when is maybe this is only the estimation, yeah. within the next 2 until 3 years. But I think it's not really possible if for the 2 until 3 years, because I think there are still many things to do from now on. And then for the where, I think I want to try top university in Auckland. Auckland is uh, what is it? Ibu kota.
Capital
Uh,
city.
oh yeah, capital city in New Zealand. So I think it will be the best place to uh, try master degree in this place. And then I think this point, living in multicultural and supportive environment, like when you try to live here and then take a master degree here, I think the environment is supportive and positive. And then the WU part, yeah, this is international students, scholarship awardee, and future global professional. I think, yeah, the conclusion is me, because I'm the one who takes this opportunity. And then for the how, I mean the method to gain this opportunity, I will preparing styles or to follow depending on which university that I will take, and then start applying for the government scholarship from this country, and then following immigration and citizen requirements. I think this point is leading for the why part that I have explained before, that the hope that I can move in the citizenship from Indonesia to New Zealand. I think that's it from me for the presentation.
Wow, great! I hope your dreams come true ya kak. Please let me know it, and please invite me if you already been accepted to be the citizenship of New Zealand. Because I'd like to move there too if possible. Okay, Kak Mahar first, then Kak Adeline.
I want to ask Johanna, why you choose the university in Auckland? Why not the other countries? And then, do you have like plan or imagine like the job after you graduate from the top university? Okay. Maybe the reason why I choose Auckland other than another place in New Zealand, because this is the capital town. So I think it's easier to me uh, since I'm not the local from here, since I'm the warga negara asing,
What is it,
and
Kak?
then warga negara asing,
Oh, foreigner.
like, yeah, I mean like I'm the foreigner from Indonesia to come to here, and then I think it's easier for me if I try to live in the capital town, in despite of uh, the other place that maybe kind of like terpencil, uh, yeah, something like that. And then for the second question, uh, the job, yeah, the job after graduate, I think can be everything. I think I will get to try everything, Zika, because the salary is well paid in here instead of Indonesia, right? So I think I will try. I'm willing to try every position if that possible, or maybe if it's relevant with the major that I took, uh, it's okay too.
Okay, great. Yeah, agree with Kak Mahar. I wish you all the best, Kak Johanna. Hope you can go there soon. Yeah, for sure. Okay, then let's move to Kak Adeline. What's your question, Kak Adeline?
Okay, Johanna said that you don't want to apply to the scholarship from Indonesia as well. What's the reason behind it, and what's your opinion about Indonesia's scholarship? And what's the big difference in your opinion compared to both scholarship? Okay, that's it.
Wah, the question is so pressure ya.
I want to know your perspective.
I think the reason why I prefer the government scholarship from New Zealand because if there is a scholarship from Indonesia government like LPDP, something like that, the the main requirement, if I'm not mistaken, we should come back to Indonesia and then we should like mengabdi, something like that. And then I don't want it, I think, because there is a point in my presentation, like I want to move the citizenship, so I think I choose the Indonesian government. And then sorry for the other question is
I think it's already answered by you. I asked what's the difference compared to the both scholarship.
for the compare, I think maybe the requirements sih. I mean, the Indonesian government, uh, they want us as awardee scholarship uh, have making an impact for Indonesia after the graduate. Meanwhile, the another government scholarship, I think there's no requirement like that sih. Since you applicable for the scholarship and then you finish your major until you graduate, I think that's enough sih.
Okay, great. Is that already satisfied for you, Kak Adeline?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay.
It's enough. It's
Uh,
enough. Thank you, Kak Johanna.
yeah, thank you, Kak Johanna, for the great answer and yet so funny and yet relatable though. Okay, let's move to Kak Dinda. What's your question, Kak Dinda?
I'm curious about what do you want to learn in your master degree, Kak Johanna? And is it many scholarship in New Zealand? If yes, I want to join too, Kak.
So for the major is focusing on communication, like what I took in my bachelor degree, uh, communication. And then for the focusing is maybe like digital marketing or journalist for the major. And then for the scholarship, I think for the government scholarship, it's only one. And then maybe for another scholarship, like maybe some company that open the special scholarship, I think there is some scholarship, but I don't know the information yet.
Okay, is that clear, Kak Dinda?
Yes, thank you, Kak Johanna.
Okay, thank you, Kak Dinda, for the question. And then the last one is from me, Kak Johanna. So for me, I'm curious, why do you planning to get the master degree? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, ya, Kak. I really support a woman to get a higher degree as possible, but because I think, in my opinion, you already have what is it, a really great job, which is you work for remote worker for a Singaporean company. So why you have to get a master degree, and also in New Zealand? Why is it in New Zealand? I mean, why not in Australia maybe? Because what I know is there is no direct flight to New Zealand, ya Kak. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because as long as I know, it's only the direct flight is only to Australia, then you continue from Australia to New Zealand. Isn't it too, like, really hassle? Okay, yeah, that's my question, Kak Johanna.
I don't know how to explain in English, yeah. I mean, like the Australia, and then maybe the Singapore, the Malaysia, some country that near from Indonesia, it's more like banyak saingan instead of this country. And then this is the first point, and then for the second one is I have some research from internet about this country and the university, and then the result is they have high quality in campus. Most campus in every place in New Zealand is have some a good quality, and then the supportive environment. Even you are from Asia, I mean, we have heard about the discriminative. Yeah, something like that. If you are Asia, and then in this country, everyone is open and everyone is welcome you. I think that's it.
Oh wow, great! I want to join you too. Then let's join Kak Johanna, Kak Dinda. Okay, thank you for the great information and new insight for me, Kak Johanna. Yeah, let's take a picture again, guys. Kak Dinda and Kak Adeline, can you please open your cam if it's possible? Okay, let's pause. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, done. Thank you so much, Kak Johanna, for the really great presentation. It gave me new insights. Really useful. Okay, the last one is me, yeah. Okay. So here it is. My presentation tonight is about a polyglot in progress. So first of all, I will start. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 제 이름은 딜라입니다. 저는 학생입니다. 반갑습니다. minasan konnichiwa. So, and then the last one is hola a todos. ¿Cómo están? So yeah, that's the language that I've been learning. The first one is the Korean, and the second one is Japanese, and then the last one is Spanish. Really? Yeah, so let's start from the what, yeah, guys. So beside I love to read books, but because currently I'm on reading slime that never cured, so I decide to choose this one for the topic. My hobby is learning new languages. Currently speak 3 languages, but if you want to count with the local languages that I speak, so it will be 5 then. Indonesian, English, Korean, Maduranese, and then Balinese. So yeah, my mother tongue is Indonesian, and as you can see, I'm fluent in English, but I'm not good. I'm still learning. And then yeah, a little bit of Korean, and currently challenging myself to learn Japanese and Spanish as well, because as you guys already know that I want to eat taco from Mexico. Okay, so here it is, the why. I feel learning a new language is like unlocking a completely new world for me. It allows me to understand different cultures deeply, challenge my brain to think more, and makes traveling or consuming social media much more exciting. Yeah, that's why, like, we don't need subtitle if we you want to watch the social media content from those countries, guys, if we can speak the language. That's what I mean. When so I usually dedicate my free time to it. I love doing quick practicing from, like, I using for the vocabulary. I use Duolingo, but please don't expect more from those application because it's really like a wasting time. I have like 600 days straight on the Duolingo, but it's not really helping if I'm not study from the other sources. So yeah, I use Duolingo to practice vocabulary and memorize vocabulary, but I have another source too, such as a textbook that I download it on my e-reader. So yeah, I also like to spending a quiet evening focusing on memorization. The opposite from Kak Mahar that spend the night before bed is to scroll the social media. It's not negative, yeah. I mean, Kak Mahar, if I do so, if I do the scrolling on phone before bed, I cannot sleep. So yeah, that's why I rather spend my time before bed to memorize the words. So yeah, because it sticks more for me if I memorize it before I sleep. So that's the tip for you. Okay, so where? Yeah, of course, in my bedroom, in the comfort of my bedroom. But if I'm get bored and don't have the motivation to do the learning, so I decide to go out and go to some cafe and enjoy it, and while also learning from there by using just my phone or e-reader that I download the books, the textbook, I mean. And then how? So yeah, it is a step by step journey. It's not like happen miraculously in just one night, guys. No, you cannot do that. Of course, absolutely no. It takes a really long time, a years, guys. Not only just a month. You cannot expect it to master a language in just a month, in just a short time. You need years to master it. So yeah, for Japanese, I have already memorized hiragana, katakana, and some basic N5 kanji, but not really mastering at the language yet because I focus on the writing aspect first. Because you guys know that the hiragana and katakana and kanji is more difficult than Hangul. For Hangul, doesn't mean to show off, but Hangul is really easy, guys. Believe me, if you have any plan to learn Hangul, it's really easy compared to hiragana and katakana. It only took me around 3 hours to memorize all of the Hangul. So yeah, please do if you like to. Okay, so for Spanish, I'm focusing on mastering basic conversational phrases first because, yeah, I want to visit Mexico or Spain. I mean Spain to have the taco because I really love it. Yeah, so yeah, it takes patience, of course, but noticing my own progress is incredibly rewarding for me. Really rewarding. Like, you can watch without subtitles is really great experience for me. Then to read the book, and I have already buy my first Korean book, but cannot really read it yet. I need to learn more still. So yeah, that's all from me, guys. I don't know what's question that you gonna ask me. Really kincang ya yo. Okay, Kak Adeline. Then Kak Adin. Oh, I'm so sorry that Kak Yohana will be the last. Okay, Kak Adeline, sure. What's your question?
Okay, I'm curious about, have you learned another language beside of that you already mentioned before? And then What's the hardest language to learn for you, Kak, and what's the reason?
Okay, so for the first one, I'm not learning any more than that I already mentioned. I only learned these three languages, which is Korean, Japanese, and Spanish. But next, if I already master these three languages, I think I have a plan to learn French because French is sounds so sexy to hear, and you can curse in French without being get mad by the other person. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the sound of French is really sexy and romantic. Despite whatever you are talking about. So yeah, that and the difficult for me, I think it's Japanese, yeah, because the writing itself is already have three what is it alphabet. So yeah, it's really hard to memorize. But for hiragana and katakana one, it's more simpler than kanji, of course, but it's still more difficult than hangul. To compare to hangul, it takes for me to memorize hiragana and katakana, it took me for like a week for to memorize it. Then yeah, you still need to memorize kanji as well. It's really hard to memorize it. So yeah, I think the most difficult one is Japanese for sure. And for Spanish, guys, if you have a planning to learn Spanish also, please do it because it's really really simple and so easy for me. Yeah, I don't know, but for me it's really really easy. Instead of English, I prefer to learn Spanish. That's what I mean. Do you get it? Okay, that's from me, Kak Adeline. Is it clear for you, Kak Adeline?
Yes, it's very clear. Thank you, Kak.
Yeah. Thank you for the question, though. Okay, the next one is Kak Dinda.
Okay, I'm so curious, Kak. How you manage your time when you studying this language? I mean, like you learning it the language one by one or at the same time? And then also, what is the effective things when we learn language? I mean, like how you can really fluent in English? What is the effective things that we can do, yeah, until we can fluent in English? Thank you.
Sorry, Kak. For the last question, how can you repeat it? I don't get it yet.
Okay, I mean like, can you give me like the best effective things that we can do to learn English until fluent? Because until now I'm still really hard to speaking fluency, yeah.
Okay, then great. Okay, so I learned the language is at the same time, but I already learned Korean for years, guys. I think it's already from my elementary school. It's not an official like subject in the school. In my school there is no a Korean subject in my school. I learned it by myself, but since in 6th grade of elementary school, so yeah, it's already been years for me to learn Korean. But for Japanese and the Spanish, I've just start to learn it for like 2 years maybe. I learned it at the same time, but Japanese first before Spanish. I just start learning Spanish because my love for taco. Really hilarious, but yeah, that's the fact why I start learning Spanish. And then the what is it the effective way to learn English, ya Kak? Actually, this is my real story. Please believe me, yeah. I want to I if you can find it a motivation for you, then it's great. So yeah, this is my story. Back then when I'm on the first grade of elementary school, when I have the first exam, English examination, so I got 0 for the English test. So yeah, because I've got into like a prestigious school. So yeah, I've been bullied by my friends back then, but I'm okay right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not desperate or something. Yeah, so that's why it fires me to learn English. I spoke to my parents that I want to get a private tutor. Then my parents find this tutor, but unfortunately the teaching style is not matched with me. So I got to like what is it, like a ruang guru, but not ruang guru. So it's called prestasi back then in my hometown in Situbondo. So yeah, then there the teacher asked me to memorize 50 words per day. So that's how I learn English, Kak. 50 words per day. Imagine you are at the first grade of elementary school, but you need to memorize 50 words. It's really hard pressure for me back then, but I realized that it's good for me right now. So that's how, and then how to speak fluently. Yeah, there is no other way than practicing sih, Kak. So you just need to practice more, talk more. Then if you need a friend to talk, then just contact me, Kak. No worries, no pressure. Because I just like to having friends to talk. Yeah, that I think that's from me. Oh yeah, once again, because I consider myself as in NPD. Joking ya guys, joking. I'm sorry. So yeah, I like to talk to myself in front of the mirror. Just random talking. Yeah, just speak it out in what is inside your brain. So yeah, that's how you train the speaking aspect if you don't have a friend to talk to. Yeah, I hope that's help you to improve your English ya Kak Dinda. Okay.
Thank you, Kak Dila. So complete your answer.
Thank you so much for the question though.
Because your
Hmm.
major is really hard to, I think, accounting, right?
Yeah, accounting. Yeah. I just like to challenge myself really. I easy to get bored if I don't have a challenge, Kak. That's the characteristic of Pisces. Yeah, then the last one, Kak Johanna. I'm sorry that your question already been stolen from Kak Dinda.
Maybe I want to ask a random question.
Okay.
The previous question is already stolen. Maybe the random question is like, um, you currently live in Bali, ya Kak?
Yes.
And then maybe for the first time you move from your hometown to Bali, and maybe is there difficult things like Bali is surrounded by many bule, and then if you're moving from East Java, I mean like the Medok speaking.
Accent ya Kak.
Yeah, I mean, is that like a barrier for you to speaking with bule, especially maybe when you still struggling to speak using English?
Okay. Is that all, Kak?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the question, Kak Johanna. So, yeah, the reason why I moved to Bali because I start to work start from I have graduated. Why is it my tongue? Graduated from high school. So yeah, I tried to work as a front office in the bungalow. It's called Gajah Biru Bungalow. It's like a villa, guys, but here we call it bungalow. Bungalow, the writing. Yeah. So yeah, I have the experience to speak with the foreigner. but I don't really have a struggle to speak. But instead, I have a struggle with the listening aspect, Kak Johanna, because if the foreigner is American, then it's just easy for me. Not doesn't mean to show off, guys, but if the guest is from like a British, somewhere in the UK lah, I mean, so it's really hard because they speak really fast, and then the pronunciation is not as clear as American accent, so that's why. And also there is the India, if you know India people, their accent is really bold. So yeah, that's really hilarious. I really have to hold on my laugh if I'm facing the Indian guest. Yeah, that's my experience to as the front office in Bangalore. Yeah, you know it, Kak Johanna. Yeah, I think that's all that I can share with you, Kak Johanna. Is there anything you want to ask, Kak Johanna? Is it clear for you? Yeah, that's why. It's really hard. Yeah. So relate. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because everyone already asked. It's unfortunately that Kak Mahar didn't ask me. So sad. So let's take a picture first, and then we're gonna say goodbye, yeah, guys. Okay, everyone, ready to pose? Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, yay, everything is done. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time, for your effort to join this whole month, this February. So yeah, I want to apologize to you if I make some mistakes in my words or my joking. So if it's hurt you, if it hurt your feelings, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to, yeah, guys. I'm apologize to you. And then sure you can. I think I will ask Kak Abil and let you know in the group chat ya Kak later ya Kak. And then I want to ask your help to fill out the feedback form later. I will share it the WhatsApp group ya guys. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Really sad to be apart with you guys. One Monday and Wednesday already become my favorite days. Thank you so much for learning and growing with me. Should be the same team. It's monopoly then. But yeah, I hope so that we can still be in the same group. Do you guys have any words to say to me or to the others? It's already.
Did we arrange another session
Yeah.
by ourselves? Not, I mean, yeah, this program is already finished, yeah.
Yeah, I really want to because you guys know that I really like to talk with you guys. I cannot stop myself to speak. What is it, Kak Dinda?
Yeah, I agree with Kak Johanna sih.
Yeah, please contact me if you guys need a friend to talk to. I'm really lonely here, guys. You know that I live by myself.
Let's go come to Lala.
For sure, I'll come next year, hopefully. I wish you guys all the best, yeah, for all your dream. I hope it will come true as soon as possible, especially for Kak Johanna who plan to get the master degree. Please invite me, Kak, once you already got the citizenship, Kak. I want to join you. Okay, from Kak Adeline, is there anything you want to say to us?
she's playing with the filter.
But by the way, Kak, oh yeah, while I remember it, I just finished watch the podcast of Abigail Limuria with Raditya Dika. Do you know Abigail Limuria, Kak Adeline?
I don't know.
She's the
Who is she?
She is the author of books called Makanya Mikir, and also the founder of
I don't
What
know.
Is Up Indonesia. Yeah, maybe I think.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know what is up with Indonesia.
yeah. She's the female one is Abigail Limuria, and I don't know why, but your vibe is kinda similar with her. The way you speak, I mean, it's really cute. Your sound.
Why?
Yeah, just like her. Really, really satisfying to listen to. That's why I'm rooting for you if you want to become an influencer, Kak.
I will watch it later
Yeah, yeah.
and see what the vibe.
Really. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, guys. Should we wrap it up? Why you guys didn't end the call yet? You need to rest, guys. It's already been a long day for you, I'm sure. Especially Kak Adeline, you are not in a good condition, you said. I'm really appreciate that you join till the last. Really appreciate it, Kak Adeline. Thank you so much.
I'm curious about your presentation.
Ah, really? That's really sweet of you. Yeah, I really want to. I think you have to send it to Kak Abil then, because she's the founder. I'm just a class manager, guys. I have no right to. Sorry, Kak Dinda.
Outside the body talk, you can make another session too.
I want, but I don't know if you want to join. Yeah, let's go.
We can gantian to be a host.
For sure, yeah. You have to be the host. Then you have to try Kak Dinda. So that's how you can improve your speaking skill. Yeah, please. Let's make it. I really want to, but I don't know if you guys want to do it also. I mean, I cannot speak to myself, kan, guys. Decide the date first. Well, just have it on Monday and Wednesday as usual. Let's go. Yes, please. I really want to if you want. Guys, don't you guys want to get rest, guys? We can continue it till sahur. Then if you are not ending this. Guys. Thank you so much Kak Dinda and friends, Kak Johanna and Kak Adeline for the effort. I really appreciate you. Kak Johanna also still want to spare time instead because you are a remote worker. I think the pressure is really hard though. So yeah, thank you so much for sparing time to join every day as the day ya Kak Johanna. Really appreciate it. Really love you guys. 너무 사랑해요. Hey, I already said it from the first session, guys. I already put it the username. I already did it with Kak Adeline. Why you guys don't follow me? You hurting my heart, Kak Dinda. My username is on the top, on the bottom, on the left, on the bottom left. I mean, my tongue is so belibet.
I'm not see it, Kak. That's why I'm asking.
Hey, I've always put it on the behind of the presentation. Yeah, please follow me. Please. Japanese speak. Japanese? Really? Do you want to learn Japanese, Kak Yohana? Maybe Kak Dinda is better than me because I'm from East Java, but I cannot speak Japanese, Kak. Yeah, please. Please still connect. We are have a traveling plan to do. Malangan accent. Don't you from don't what is it to say? Don't you are from the Surabaya, Kak Dinda?
Yeah, I'm from Surabaya, but right now I'm forget about the accent, sih, Kak, actually.
Oh, already?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'm used to it in Malang, and